We'll be working with green energy and opportunity today. It is another heart-centered Kriya that focuses the focus is on cultivating abundance, and that can look like a lot of things. Sometimes we think of abundance is just in a financial aspect, but if we're really leading abundant lives, we're reaping the things that we sow, right? So we set intentions and we move into energetic spaces with those intentions, and we cultivate, and then we reap a bounty at the end of it. And so really in this and that can be in relationships, that can be in business, that can be really in any aspect of our lives that feeds us, that gives us life and energy. And sometimes there's this one hand, there's like greed, and then there's abundance, and it's not anything to be ashamed of to want to cultivate abundance in our lives, right? And what we want to do is just move into that space in a heart-centered way, though, because there are a lot of people who hoard, and instead of cultivating abundance, they hoard and they close in, and they're not principled in how they acquire the things they gather. And so really, I think from a yogic perspective, we want to learn how to cultivate and gather, but let the energy move freely where it needs to go, and not grasp too tightly, because it's something that we have this fear and scarcity mindset. And we're in the middle of a lot of that, and I've been party to that, especially, if any of you have seen the stuff I was posting about the other day, just trying to figure out like what's going to go on with finances and all that. And the thing is I've learned how to be poor before, and you just get real still, and if the orange money ever comes my way, I'm not going to go and buy something with it, and a new couch or an iPod or something like that, or isn't on the list. Probably it's going to get squirreled away, because it's I like to think about my cactus garden sometimes. Like, they draw in the energy they need and they store it in their bodies, and they can go through really long periods of drought and they don't seem to suffer at all, right? So I've been trying to make my life a lot more like my cactus. Even before any of this happened, it was, there's a big economic boom happening, and I didn't go out and get a bunch of new credit and buy a bunch of stuff. I started paying off all my bills and credit cards, and that's been really huge for me. But today it seems like there's a lot of brands of fear for sale, and we've seen the pictures of the protests where it kind of looks like the zombie apocalypse, and then we have all these different factions, and they're all selling different brands of fear, and it keeps us clicking from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, and the next thing we know, our day has passed by, and what's happened in our microcosm that we can actually say that we've made a difference in. And I say this just from personal experience. Like, on the days that I've decided to just set all that down, there's quite a list of things in my microcosm that if I take care of them while I have this opportunity and time to do it, everything's going to be better for it on the other end. So I just kind of invite everybody, we're all in different circumstances, to just go inward and examine the self instead of doing so much of this, and realize that we always have these fingers pointing back at ourselves, and what is it that we can do in our own microcosm to cultivate our own abundance and help each other feel that abundant mindset. Like, yesterday I received an email from a client of mine, and all I said is, hey, I just wanted to check in and see how you are and see how your family's doing and let you know that I love you. That was huge. It was like completely out of nowhere, but it shifted the course of my entire day. So this morning I got up and I picked out somebody who I feel like might be having a really hard time, and I just did the same thing for them. And they wrote me back and we had a little conversation, and it was like these little points of connection that aren't centered around fear, but are centered around a heart space that I feel like can really cause like some huge shifts in energetic perspective. So this is the green energy and opportunity. It's a chance for us to shift our energetic perspective. So I think I've done enough talking. We've got plenty to do. So I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. In the meantime, find a nice, comfortable space, pulling back on the flesh of the sit bones. Just turning the gaze upward and inward. Just notice where the breath is. Notice where the mind might be going. Reaching out into future possibilities or diving into old stories. Invite yourself to observe whatever it is that might be going on. And then give yourself permission to come into this very moment in this very space right now. Cool sensation as the air flows in through the nose, the warmth of the exhale. Noticing any place we might be carrying tension into our body and breathing into that space. From here, we'll take the mind into our intention setting space. Awareness of why we came, what it is that we want from our practice. And let's bring the hands together into warm the palms. We prepare to tune in with the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo, calling upon our eternal selves, our higher selves, to lead us from darkness into light. Drawing the thumbs into the sternum, take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale to tune in. Om Namo Guru deep inhale. Pulling in root lock at the top of the inhale, tucking the chin. Inhale a little more. 3, 2, 1, release. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, pushing all the breath out. At the bottom of the exhale, drawing in root lock again. Sealing the space. Feeling the left brain activate. Noticing survival mode, don't become it. 3, 2, 1, release the locks, exhale, let the hands come to the back of the knees. Then on your next inhale, take the left ear to the left shoulder, circle the neck back and around to the right shoulder, and tucking the chin toward the sternum. Just begin some gentle neck rolls. The neck feels super tight. Maybe it's just small circles in the air with the nose. And when the chin finds the sternum, recentering the head. Take a deep inhale and exhaling again. And then beginning to move in the opposite direction. The head tucked toward the sternum, recentering the head. Extend the legs out for a moment, just shake out any tightness in the knees. And then we'll come to the front of our mats. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, find a forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhaling, folding, placing the hands on the mat. Stepping back into plank, take a deep inhale here. Exhale, lowering down, elbows in, knees, chest, chin touch first. Inhaling into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Walking this dog out. Pumping the ankles. Swaying the hips, allowing the head to move around, just being languid in this down dog. Then turn the gaze between the palms, walk the feet forward, inhale to a flat back, exhale, forward fold, inhale, root to rise, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, planting the hands, stepping the feet back. Take an inhale here. Exhale as you lower down. Inhaling up into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finding some more stillness in this down dog. The heels descend, the hips ascend. Gaze is toward the navel, head hangs loose.
Elbows rolling in toward each other. Shoulders coming down away from the ears. Then we'll inhale the left leg skyward into down dog split. And then kick the heel over into fire hydrant. Inhaling back into down dog split. Exhale, step the left foot through into low lunge. Let the hips descend, the heart opens. Right heel pushing back. Take a deep inhale. Exhale as you step the right foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, folding. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands coming to heart center. Inhale, reaching skyward. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling to a flat back. Exhale, find your fold. You can step or jump back into our plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Firmly rooted. Inhale the right leg skyward. Opening up into fire hydrant. Kicking that heel over to the left. Inhaling back to down dog split. Exhale as you bring the right foot forward to low lunge. Let the hips drop. Make sure that heel is in line with the knee. Inhale deeply. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale. Find this fold. Stay here. Bend the knees. Let the fingertips touch the ground. Let the head dangle loose. Let the upper back release. Pulling in a mul band on the exhales. Let the head drop further. Hips ascend a little higher. Now take a generous bend in the knees. Bring the hands to the hips. Come up one vertebra at a time. Let the head come up last. And just open the palms skyward and just feel for a moment. And we can all come gently down to our seats. So from here, we can come to sit back on the heels if this is available to you, if this is something you can do, maybe a blanket beneath the heels, perhaps a block if you need to. So, sitting here, hands on the thighs, we'll inhale the heart forward, mentally chanting Sat. Exhaling, mentally chanting Nam. On Sat, focusing on the first chakra, the root chakra. On Nam, bringing it up into the third chakra, into the navel.
This is the first exercise of the Kriya today. We imagine drawing the energy up through the roots, just as a plant draws energy from the ground. Bringing that energy up into our center of action. The root chakra is all about survival mode. Inhale to a neutral spine, drawing in root lock. Exhale, push all the air out and hold the breath for 10 seconds. Inhale deeply. Holding, drawing in the root lock. Exhale, push all the breath out. Hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale deeply. Hold at the top. Pulling in that root energy. Exhale, push all the breath out at the base, holding again, one last time. Release the locks, inhaling. And we'll come to sit down on our butts. How you like my socks? Pretty awesome, huh? So, bring the hands, maybe the fist feels better than just the hands if you have any problems with the wrist. And we're going to do body drops. Try to lift both feet off the ground. If you can't, maybe one leg, or maybe feet are on the ground. If you can't get both legs up, the main thing is drawing this gravity down into the glutes. One more minute. Should be feeling some heat building up by now. Really engaging through the core, through that navel center. 30 seconds. This work is going to be amazing for your digestive system, especially if we've been sitting a lot lately. Things get bunched up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Shake it out. Now for the next exercise, we're going to come down into a squat. If you can keep your heels flat, do so. If this is too hard to get into, maybe your squat looks more like this or like this. We'll be making Charlie's Angels gun with the hands. The gaze goes out past the fingertips as if you're gazing into infinity. Begin breath of fire. Maybe you need a blanket rolled up underneath the heels, or if this is too much on the knees, just come into as much of a squat as you can. Really activating through the core, drawing in the energy at the roots, muscles gripping bone. Keeping the focus out at the end of the fingertip. If you need to support your back up against a wall, that's perfectly acceptable. "30 seconds. You got this." Take a deep inhale, then exhale. Push all the breath out, projecting out from the heart center. Hold the breath as long as you can. When you need to, gently inhale. Come out of the pose in a gentle way. Maybe take a little forward fold for a minute if that feels good. Coming up. Then from here, begin to run in place, kicking the knees up. When you get a good lift in the knees, begin to add a punch. This Kriya really gets the heart rate up, moving a lot of this energy into the heart area, expanding the lungs. Try to pick those knees up if you can. Whatever pace you need to go, just work with the pace that can suit you. We have 1 more minute. You can even close the eyes, visualize you're running down a brisk mountain path. And we can start to wind down, walk it out. Lengthening the exhales, let the heart rate come down. We'll all meet each other back on our seats. This will be a fun one. So from the sitting position, take a hold of our big toes, straighten the back, and then find a balance point. If this is available to you, maybe it's more like this for you. Maybe the knees are bent a little bit. Full expression. Grasping the big toes. Then begin breath of fire. Take a deep inhale, drawing the energy up through the base of the spine, holding. As you exhale, project the energy out through the heart center. Bring the legs slowly down. Just come to a seat. Turn the gaze up and in and just let yourself integrate that last exercise. Feeling the energetic power, breath of fire. Now, this next pose that we're going to be seated in, it can be a little difficult if you have knee issues. If it is not available to you, doing this in easy pose is okay. But the full expression would be we sit back on our left heel. See if I can get where you can see this better. We sit back on our left heel, and then the right leg comes up into a half lotus. If this is not available, then, and if you're finding it hard to stay in balance and hard to stay in focus, modify the pose. I would rather you be able to focus on the energy and intention of the mantra than to struggle with trying to have the perfect pose in this. So half lotus, easy pose is fine, but energetically, with the heel in the perineum, it creates an energetic lock. So if that's available to you, we'll find that. And then the hands will come together like this with the thumbs just in front of the navel. And the mantra is Ong So Hung. And I'll begin, and you can join in with me when you're ready. Ong So Hung. Om So Hung. Infinity I'm now. Om So Hung. 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 Take a deep inhale. Seal. Exhale. Then allow the hands to come to the ground. You can find a slight lift to bring the heel out from under the leg. Slowly unwrapping yourself in this pose. Stretching the legs out. If anyone would like to take a quick vinyasa to meet back in easy pose, feel free to do so. Even just a down dog, just to get the legs stretched out. We'll meet back in easy pose. So if you like to have a blanket to elevate the seat. The next three postures are in easy pose. My Robin. So we'll extend the arms out to the sides, the palms face up. And as we inhale, the energy will flow through the left palm, through the body, out the right palm, arching over, and then back to the left palm. So we imagine this energetic force pulsing from the right hand to the left hand, over the head, back into like an energetic circuit. When you find this posture, begin breath of fire. So really using the breath, using the visualization to build energy in the electrical field of the heart. Deep inhale, still visualizing that pulse of energy moving through the archway, through the arms and above the head and back into the left palm. Now the heart is meeting this energy. Exhale, release the arms to the back of the knees. Just turn the gaze up and in. Integrate. And then we'll take the arms to the back of the head. Inhaling as we're up, exhaling, fold forward, let the forehead touch the floor. If this is easier for you sitting on the heels, you can go ahead and change. I think I prefer to do it here. Mentally chant Sat as you come up, mentally chanting Nam as you lower down. Inhale your way back up to a seat. Relax the arms in the back of the legs. We'll be coming back into easy pose if you're in rock pose. We'll extend the arms directly out in front, and then we'll inhale to 60 degrees, exhale. Inhale 60 degrees, exhale. Try to do this rather rapidly if you can. We're using the arms like a lever, like a pump, bringing more energy into the heart center. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, release the arms down. this next portion of the Kriya is the most still part of the exercise, but it can be one of the most difficult. It's a 9-minute pranayama exercise, Cosmic Connections pranayama. And so for the first part of it, the hands will be in Venus lock. For the first 3 minutes, I'm going to show you these mudras now so you know. Then in the second part, we're going to connect the hands like this. And then on the third part, the last third, the fingertips will be together. So we start here, then we're here, and then at the end we're here. And so throughout this meditation, you're going to want to have the hands up over the crown, over the seventh chakra, the eyes closed, and you look up and out through the crown of the head in your visualization, right? So we'll bring the hands up over the head, close the eyes, begin breath of fire. If you fatigue and you need to come out of this at any point, if it feels injurious, allow yourself to come down into prayer position for a moment and then come back in. Use your breath, use your intention. Try to stay here, try to stay with it, using the power of the breath, keeping the focus on the seventh chakra. Drawing all this energy we built up and filling our aura with it. Staying focused through the crown. Bring the tips of the index finger together. And just begin long, deep breathing. Maintaining that focus through the crown chakra. Drawing in through the roots, down from the heavens, through the tip of the finger, filling this bubble we've created around the aura.
Let the breath be sweet, long, deep, filling the belly, filling the chest cavity, energizing and cleansing. Breathing into the shoulders, letting them drop away from the ears. Imagine there is a string hanging down from heaven, pulling the tip of the finger up. Well past the halfway point. As the seed draws energy from the roots of the plant, from the leaves of the plant, drawing this energy into the seed of your body. Now the tips of every finger touch over the crown, and we return to breath of fire. Last 3 minutes, you've got this. Last minute, you're in the home stretch. You've got this. Gaze through the crowns up into the heavens. Take a deep, deep, deep inhale. Hold the breath at the top of the inhale, pulling in all the bandhas. Root lock, navel lock, chest lock, chin lock. Inhale a little more. Exhale, release the hands.
that silence to integrate. So we feel that energy coursing through the system. The entire magnetic field energized. If you like to change the cross of the legs, feel free to do so. We'll be working with the mantra on the final exercise of this Kriya. The mantra is Hari, 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 Har. Hari meaning God projected out. Har, which is the creative aspect and also the destructive aspect of God or of the universe. So the palms will come to the sides like this. And we project this out from the heart. We're chanting from the heart. The gaze goes up and inward. I'll begin the mantra. Visualize green energy. Feel the navel pulse as we begin. Hari, 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 Ha, 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 Hari, 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 Ha, 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 Hari, 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 Ha, 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 Hari, 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 Ha,
Hari, 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 Ha, Hari, 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 Ha, Hari, 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 Ha, Hari, 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 Ha, Hari, 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 Ha. Take a deep inhale, sealing the mantra. Exhale. Bring the hands to Gyan Mudra, resting the hands on the back of the knees. Turn the gaze up and in, feeling the energetic presence of abundance radiating out from our heart center, filling the entire aura of our being. Our abundant nature, our ability to attract things that we need. Our ability to share without fear of not having enough. Releasing scarcity mindset. Stay in this meditative posture as long as you wish, where you can find your way back to well-deserved Savasana. Finding anything you need to completely relax, to release the body. Fully integrating the work. Do not shortchange yourself here. Fully releasing, fully relaxing, softening the jaw, softening the eyes. Breathing into any space that may be holding tension. Allowing the breath to breathe itself, letting go of all control.
I invite you now to deepen and lengthen the breath. Finding some small movements in the fingers and the toes, the wrists, the ankles. Perhaps taking a deep inhale as you reach the arms overhead, pointing the toes out to the front. When you find an exhale, draw the knees into the chest, squeezing the body. If it feels good, you can take a twist, first to one side, engaging the navel, twisting to the other side. Maybe shaking out the wrists, shaking out the feet. Bring the soles of the feet together, the palms of the hands. Ground some energy. And when you're ready, rock your way back up to a seat. And we'll let the palms of the hands find each other. Sit up nice and tall. Just take a moment to return to the intention you set before practice today. We'll exit the practice today with one long sat and one brief nam. A deep cleansing inhale. Exhale. Inhale to tune out. Thank you so much for coming to join me today, everybody. Hope you have an amazing Sunday. I'm going to unmute.